Ready?
On you, baby boo.
What is up, Canna fam? We are back with another episode of Rips and Rolls. Today I am joined by good friend Travs Dabs. If you watch the Get to the Joint channel, you already know him. If you don't watch the Get to the Joint channel, how did you get here?
How'd you get here?
But check out other videos.
Yeah.
Today we're opening some Pokemon packs. We're getting a little crazy with it. Last time we did some baseball cards, but I figured play into what everyone knows from their childhood. We've got some Pokemon packs here. I've got a couple different ones. We'll run through that in a second. But first, how you doing today, Trav?
I'm good, brother. We got the rig rolling. I've got doinks rolled. I know you're ready to smoke something.
I'm gonna roll up a joint.
And I have my plan is for whatever fire roll or whatever fire pull you get, I got to take a fire dab.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll go in on a rosin or a diamond globber every. What classifies as a fire pull? What's the bar here? Because you said these are. I know you'll give the Canna fan more details, but
Yeah.
you said this has a hit rate, a guaranteed pull rate of some good shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the exact details, but since we have some Japanese packs here, the way the Japanese laws around trading cards work is because of like the legality of gambling in Japan, they have to have a certain like guaranteed success rate. So generally speaking, on average, your Japanese packs are almost always going to have generally 1 to 2 cards that are like really good. What you want to get excited about is when the card is a full art card. So like most traditional Pokemon cards, when you think about them, the picture of the Pokemon is in that little box at the top, and then there's some words at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for ones where the picture goes underneath the words. It covers the whole card,
Okay.
stuff like that. The shinier the card, obviously the holographics go a long way too.
Okay.
But we'll see what we get. We're going to ease into it though. So to run through with the Canna fam, the packs we got here, we've got one of the McDonald's promo packs. These are a 4-pack. There's nothing too crazy in these or the trick or trade ones here, which are some Halloween packs. These are 3 cards per pack. But these are fun. We'll get warmed up with those. And then over here we got some Japanese packs, which the name, of course, escapes me at this moment. And I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look at the name. But I think it is Stellar Mist and Nightmare something. I'll throw it up on the screen after. But these are the ones that are really likely to have a lot of our big hits. I believe there's 5 or 7 cards in either of these packs. I don't remember exactly how many, but not a lot of cards. But should be some fun pulls.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll warm up before we get into the smoking. We're gonna warm up with the McDonald's pack.
Okay.
So this is a little 4-card pack. I believe there's, I think, a Mew in here. That's like the moderately rare one, but nothing too much. These also like are paper wrappers.
I was gonna say, whoa, that's weird that I could hear like rip.
Yeah, so these are a paper wrapper. Usually all the regular ones are plastic, but McDonald's did paper, which I guess is a little more eco-friendly. But yeah, you're hit right there on the top. It's going to be the Pikachu.
What is that? That's a full art?
No, this is not a full art. So see how he's in the box up here?
Yeah.
So
the whole card will
yeah,
have
the whole
that
card
kind
will
of
have art. But we also got a Rayquaza, a Dragapult, and a Quagsire. Some fun ones. How well do you know Pokemon?
I know Pikachu.
Okay. Do you know any of the other guys?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So Rayquaza, he's one of the legendaries from Pokemon Emerald, which is like the 3rd gen. Dragapult, he's an evolved Pokemon from Dracloak. I don't remember what generation he is. And then Quagsire evolves from Wooper. I don't know if you know Wooper at all. He's a little blue guy.
I feel like, I've seen that little dude around. All right, I'm taking a Dabaruski for that shiny Pikachu. I like the look of that one.
All right.
We'll make our own rules as we go.
I'm not going to set your standards. But while you take that dab, I'm going to start rolling up a joint over here.
What are you rolling?
I got some Paiho from Fadeco today. Ground it up in the stash grinder. We got the bouquet papers and tips. So nice and ready to roll up something fun.
The real Canna fam knows. We don't use anything else. Stash grinders, bouquet papes.
I mean, this is like the classic Get to the Joint setup as far as rolling up a joint.
I pretty much won't use anything else. I like my OCBs occasionally for them like rice papers, but outside of that, bouquets all days.
Yeah, I have so many bouquets at home at this point from the various events I've gone to where they just keep giving them to me. So like, I don't have a reason to roll with anything else. I haven't had to buy papers in like a year. It's been amazing. Shout out the homies at Bouquet for that. And shout out the homies at Stash for the grinders, because shit, I haven't had to worry about a grinder in so long. I got grinders all over my house. I've got like a grinder in fucking every room that I could possibly need one in. I have enough grinders I could throw in the bathroom if I really want to, but I wouldn't.
We have a wall of grinders back here.
That's true. The big wall of grinders. You can see
We are
it.
ground up.
So in the Japanese pack here that's blue for the CannaFam, this guy right here, there is a card for one of the trainers whose name escapes me, but that card is worth like $57 ungraded, so that's I think our big chase for the day. We're gonna save that pack for last, I think. Okay. We could completely whiff, and that'll be fine too, but we're gonna see what we get.
Pie ho for Fadeco. Man, I'm smacked. That was great. You're right, I should do another one. Good call.
You know, I'm not gonna twist your arm about it.
Yeah. Still dabbing on, I don't know. For the real CannaFam, we've been posting about it. We are actually judging this year's Maryland Leaf Bowl. So get excited. This will be out before that event happens.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you don't have a ticket, I think it's too late, but try to get one anyway.
Might as well.
We're judging the vapes and dabs category.
Which, I mean, when you got Travs Dabs on your show, you might as well.
You know, people might disagree, but I consider myself pretty adequate to judge a dab. And those are just haters that haven't taken their dabs today. Yeah, the competition was stiff, man.
Yeah.
Some good stuff in the rise. I like Meet the Solvenus. Hash was alright. Got some diamonds on deck, too. But I won't give you my full results. There's been some analyses. We still have to confer as a
Crunch
unit.
the numbers.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Numbers.
There's calculations to do. We got Marguerite we got to get Marguerite back in. Doink.
Okay, fam, if you're smoking along at home as we open some packs today, drop a comment. What are you smoking with? Or if you're opening packs while I'm opening packs, what are you opening?
Damn. You're a real one if you're opening packs while we're opening packs.
That would be crazy.
Smoking on that pack while opening packs, watching us open packs.
Yo,
what?
whoa.
It's packception.
Bro spitting over here. All right. Let's get into one of these trick or trade packs.
Yeah.
So the trick or trade packs, they're for Halloween, 3 cards, guaranteed at least 1 holographic card in every pack. Much like the Pikachu. But there are no full arts in this set, so we shouldn't get anything too crazy. Alright, CannaFam. Let's see what we got here. So we got Houndoom. Our holographic is the Darkrai. And we got Poltergeist. Do you know any of these Pokemon?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Not a single one.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, the Darkrai is pretty nice. I like that the Halloween cards have the fun little pumpkin Pikachu in the corner. That's like how you know it's from the Halloween set. Don't mind if I do. What are you doing over there?
Nothing. Keeping Mineragua in business. Keeping Doritos in business. Doritos sponsor us.
Dude, that would be sick. Dorito sponsorship would go crazy. Alright, CannaFam. Into the second trick or trade pack here, we got Haunter, we got Sprigatito, and our holo is Sinistra. So Sinistra,
Sprigatito, I like that word.
he's a cat, and a lot of people refer to him as like the weed cat. He's a grass type cat.
Oh yeah, I'm a big Sprigatito fan. That's my new favorite Pokemon.
He's from the newer games, like one of the most recent ones. As is Sinestra and Poltergeist, which are evolved versions of each other. So like Poltergeist evolves into Sinestra.
They're like ghosts, but not nearly as scary as Haunter and.
They are ghost type, yeah, but yeah, they're not nearly as spooky. Gengar's my wife's favorite Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon, Trav? Do you have a favorite?
I feel like I've always thought like Machop, Machamp, those guys were all cool.
Okay. That's the football player in you.
Yeah, right. I think I also like Scyther.
Okay, he's cool.
Was a Scyther fan.
Do you like Scizor as well? The evolved Scyther that's like reddish orange.
Yeah, but I like Scyther better. I think I like the name.
And his design is, I think, just a little bit better.
Oh yeah, it's a some about him just badass, big blades on the end of his arms.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. See, personally, Pokemon-wise, I think my favorites are all Gen 1. It's Ditto, Snorlax, and Lapras.
Ditto's nice.
Like, I mean, just classics.
I'm a big Doug Trio fan, too.
Okay. I fuck with some Doug Trio. Diglett's cool. I'm surprised they didn't put a middle evolution between Diglett and Doug Trio with two of them.
Nope.
They just go straight to 3.
They should make another one, just like 100 of them. It's just like a
that would be crazy.
million ants.
All right, CannaFam. Let's get into this third trick or trade pack, though. So we got Ghastly, which evolves into Haunter and Gengar.
Yeah.
We got Pumpkaboo. He's one of the newer ones.
You lost me.
And we got Teal Mask Ogrepon, who is so niche and new that I don't even fucking really know shit about this Pokemon. I couldn't tell you anything about him.
Teal Mask?
Yeah, there's different variations of him with different masks. So the Teal Mask one is the one we pulled. I do like the hollow pattern on these Halloween cards, though. It's got like a nice like confetti sparkle to it. If you look at it.
That's what we got. That's suffocating gas, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I only be smoking suffocating gas.
I am a seed bomb plate. Never mind.
I don't know what that means.
Yo, let me open up that last trick or trade.
Okay. All right. Trav's gonna open this one. Oh, he's gonna come over? Okay. All right, we'll swap. Hot swap.
Live swap. Here, I don't want this. I gotta focus, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta lock in.
Alright, this is really how you... Okay. Oh, don't break the paper. Don't.
The cards in there are not crazy valuable, so you're not gonna hurt anything if you hurt the card. That's why we warm up with those.
Okay. Gotta get your, like, muscles.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, ready? Boom. Alright, we got Iron Jugulis. Jugulus. Alright, then we got a Monkey Dory.
Monkey Dory, yeah, he's fun.
He's cool, he's shiny. This is the holographic.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gorgeist.
Which is Pumpkaboo's evolution that we were talking about
on
earlier.
actual camera. Yeah, that's what we got. Damn. Are those good?
I mean, they're decent.
Startling Pumpkin.
I mean, these ones are ones that you'd probably collect mostly for like the sake of collecting them. Like me and my wife opened up enough of these packs. So fun fact, if you buy the Halloween Pokemon card pack sets, it will give you enough cards, and at least this last year they didn't shuffle them in the packs. So it was literally like you start at one end of the booster pack where they're all in a row, and you just start opening them, and eventually you will open enough packs that you will have the whole set with no duplicates because they just don't shuffle them.
That's so wild. Get back in there, champ.
So consequently, because they're all in the full box every time, they're not super valuable because it's like easy to just chase them down. But for like collecting, they're great, and like the kids in the neighborhood love when you give them Pokemon cards and candy on Halloween.
That's cute.
I say these are marketed as like you give them out as like a trick or treat thing because that's why they're called trick or trade.
I was never big into the Pokemon card scene. I don't know. I found more. I had a few football cards, but I just could never get into the full game of it. And people like not playing it, just like even the sport of collecting them. Like people took it so seriously. I'm like, oh, I'm not remotely about this life. And I didn't want to half-ass it. It doesn't seem like a hobby to half-ass.
Yeah, I mean, me and my wife don't play the game. We just collect the cards for the sake of collecting the cards mostly, because we really like Pokemon. Although I do the new TCG Pocket app, which is like the hot rage. Even Quest has been on that one. That one's really fun. You just collect digital versions of the card. They have some really cool effects with like the hollows and like immersive cards. But I just like looking at the fun cards. I like know a little bit about how to play the game, but not enough that I would confidently like want to play against someone. But I understand the basics.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta prepare for this dab, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta hit this joint before we hit this pack.
Yeah. Hit that joint. Let me load up this glove. This I'm actually gonna go on the this is Donnie's Element.
Yeah.
That's the repeat. That's been the mainstay.
Yeah, so someone who knows Japanese can tell you what this means, but basically this little box in the top right of the back card shows you the rates at which you can pull each card. In the American cards, it doesn't tell you the distribution, and it's like much more random, it feels like. Whereas in Japan, it's like guaranteed percentages, like super regulated as far as like them distributing rare cards equally.
The hit rate of my dabs is 100%.
The hit rate on this joint is 100% right now.
That's true. All right, should I take a prep dab, and then you open it, and then I take whatever, whatever dabs. Hold on, wait, dude, don't open it.
Okay, all right. Ooh.
Hold on.
Pace ourselves.
Yeah, me.
Now here's the crazy tea. I bought these in America, but this corner says for sale in Japan only. Criminals. But the Japanese packs are really cool. A lot of people say that the quality of the cards and the quality of the holographic patterns on the Japanese cards are generally speaking better. These are obviously newer cards, so the holo pattern's a little bit different. And you would know this because they have the silver edge, and most of the newest sets have silver edges. The old sets have yellow, or the special ones that they do like for McDonald's that are a little bit cheaper tend to have yellow, I think. Or McDonald's has just had them for so long. I don't really know the details there, but I do know that the newer cards all have a silver border instead of a yellow border, which is kind of nice.
Something weird about Pokemon working directly with McDonald's.
It is kind of odd, but I mean, like, it makes sense. I feel like they're one of like the longest standing things you think about when you think about like Happy Meal toys. Like, you could get plushies, you could get cards. I remember they always would do, like, every time a new Pokemon game dropped when I was younger, there was like always something at McDonald's to correlate with it. So I feel like they have a long standing business relationship.
You know what I had? I had from the Burger King, those Pokeballs that had the gold.
Oh, So fun fact, those gold Pokemon card things from the McDonald's and Burger King, or from the Burger King Happy Meal thingies, super valuable now.
Thanks, Mom. God knows those got sold for 25, 50 cents or something like that at a yard sale.
I say they're worth a couple dollars each now at least. I think one of them is worth like at least double digits, if not triple.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Right,
if you have a full set, it's worth a little bit more.
I thought you meant like thousands.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right, we're going to get into this pack, though. You ready, Trav?
Yep, back on the email.
The only thing I don't like about these packs is that they're designed as hanger packs, so the top of the pack is super high up, which makes it a little bit harder to like get a good clean rip on the back of the pack. You'll note also...
Is it bad form to cut them?
Some people do. Some people prefer the ripping, some people prefer the cutting.
Are there proper tools? I bet there are. Like little specific card opening scissors, like...
I don't think
it's
that niche.
I bet they probably sell them as.
I'm sure someone
they're just pruning.
does.
They're just pruning scissors.
I'm sure someone does, but I don't think it's that specific. But there are people who are like really anal about the packs and how you open them, so that because there are empty sleeves of packs. Some of them like are worth money. Like the original 3 starters, the Bulbasaur, Charizard, Blastoise packs from like the very first set, empty, no cards in it, in like good condition, as a set can be like around $50-$60, and that's for 3 empty wrappers. So like there are some people who are really anal about opening the wrappers for that. There are also some people who are anal about opening the wrappers so that they can reseal them with other cards in them and sell them as a scam. And that's grimy behavior, CannaQuestt. We don't do that.
Stop it.
Now the other notable difference you'll notice about the Japanese cards is the back is different. So on the American ones, it's the standard Pokeball with the swirl and the text. The Japanese have the gold, all the energy types spread out around the card. It's a similar concept, but a little bit different execution. I don't know if any have to come to the front. I don't think so. We'll find out. All right.
Oh.
So we got a Meowth. This is the evolved.
Oh, so this is where you have to know.
Rowlet.
Oh, it's literally in Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna know the Pokemon even less, Morgan.
This is gonna really test my knowledge because I don't know a lot of the newer Pokemon, so there might be somewhere I'm like, I don't know, and we'll just have to throw it on the screen later.
Could Google AI and I'll do that. I can do that on my phone.
Absol? I know this.
Absol's in there?
Yeah, that's Absol. Like the rapper, yeah. It's like it's spelled A-B-S-O-L.
One of the best lyricists in here. That's crazy.
Hypno?
Okay. Yeah, I like him.
Alright, let's see our last card.
Come on.
Nothing crazy. So we just got the hourglass. The
An
item.
hourglass.
So there's a full art version of this card, and it is one of the more valuable cards in the set because I
What
think
is
it's
an
just good
hourglass?
in the competitive.
When's that? When do I see that in the show?
So this is an item. So it would be like when they have like the potions or the repels and or like the escape rope and like all that from the
Not
games.
taking enough dabs. These packs are letting me down, Morgan.
I'm sorry. We're gonna go. We'll just keep back to back. We're gonna keep pushing then. Hit the next one.
If this isn't good, I don't know what's gonna happen. So you're obviously not anal about how you open the packs. You just go for it.
I mean, I did kind of get a pretty clean one. Like you could reseal this pack if you really wanted to.
True. Go ahead, scam him. So you hear that, CannaQuestt? You hear what he said he's gonna do?
I'm gonna scam. Psych. All right.
Check it out. The link.
Fuck.
below.
I know what this Pokemon. I've seen it before. I cannot remember its name for the life of me. It's a little squid looking guy.
Looks like a character from Adventure Time.
Okay, we got another Houndoom.
Oh, okay, cool.
The art on the Houndoom cards always go
That's
crazy.
pretty badass, yeah.
A Dusk Noir? Dusk
I've seen that guy, but yeah. Yeah.
Another item.
Shoot.
The Stretcher. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, nothing crazy on this one. I don't even fucking know what this guy's called either.
Man, we're being let down.
It's the evolved form of the other one I didn't know the
I thought
name
you
of.
said there was a guaranteed hit rate.
So the rates are guaranteed. It doesn't mean you're going to get it, though. So it's like guaranteed odds. Whereas the odds in America are not as guaranteed.
Okay.
So
So you're just more likely with less packs, you're
listen,
saying.
we got one pack left. Yeah, more likely with less packs. We got one pack left, though.
Yeah,
Take a quick
yeah.
smoke break before we got to get ourselves in the right state of mind for this last pack.
I've been let down.
I'm honestly a little let down too. I usually have a really good success rate on all the Japanese packs, so I'm a little disappointed, but it's okay. That's the life of opening cards sometimes. Sometimes you do get hit nothing but hits, and sometimes you get to the end and you're like, damn, I spent all that money on packs for what?
Probably because I'm here. But I'm terrible luck. I'm definitely the reason you're getting nothing good pulled.
I think we'll have to revisit and I'll have to open some football cards with you where I don't know anything about the players and you know much more about them than me.
I'm with that.
The card shop I like going to is shout out Pops Sports Cards in I think it's technically
Big ups
Dundalk,
Pops.
Essex, one of those. They got a huge selection of vintage cards and like old cards. Not so much Pokemon, but like sports cards and some even comic cards. So like at home I have a pack of like some old Spider-Man cards, which are fun. We might open those on a future episode. They've got a whole bunch of vintage sports, baseball, football, hockey.
What are
WWE.
What are Spider-Man cards?
So these ones, the ones I have at home are from 1997, and they are mostly Spider-Man themed cards from other Marvel trading card games.
I don't know what those words mean.
It's like if you put Digimon and Pokemon cards into the same pack because they're both of like a turtle-shaped critter.
Okay.
It's like it's a common theme that is uniting a couple
Crossover.
themes. Yeah, it's a little bit of crossover, I think. All right. Trev, we gotta lock in for this last pack.
You're right. Need to get this one as many angles as possible, Morgan. This might be legendary, you know what I'm
We
saying?
could hit the one trader card
Think
that
about
everyone
it.
loves.
$57.
That'd be crazy.
Where are we
That'd be a come
retiring to? Where are we going?
up. We're going back to the sports card shop to go again, baby.
You're always one.
It's called reinvesting.
You're always one bet away from hitting it big, Morgan.
All right. This is Purloin. Big fat cat.
Sirloin.
Kind of.
Wow.
So Purloin. What's this guy's name? I don't remember. That's the problem with the Japanese cards. Is I don't remember Pokemon names well enough, especially the newer ones. Oh, I know this one though. This is the evolved Appleton. I don't remember what his name is though, but he's like a caramel apple.
Pokemon really
His
changed.
final evolution is like a turtle, I think, that looks like an apple pie. Oh,
Oh, it's shiny. That's something.
And it's an EX card, which means it's almost certainly full art here, Trev.
Oh, shoot.
You might get that dab after all.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, the Fido.
Is that full art?
This counts as a full art because it's an EX, and the paw goes over the line here onto the text, so it's considered a fuller art. The EX cards are like the lower tier of the really rare cards, but they're still really good.
What is it? Fido?
Yeah, I believe that's this guy's name.
That's just the most general dog name.
It's spelled Dough because he's like made of dough. He's like pastry.
Bread.
He's like a bread dog.
He's bread. Like, get it? He's bred to be.
Holy shit. There's another layer that I hadn't thought of. And then we got the item card at the back.
Oh, my God.
But that Fido EX is, that's a pretty fun pull. This is a really good card.
Yeah.
And Fido's really cute as a Pokemon. So like a lot of people really like him.
The temp I'm globbing for a Fidog.
But look at the difference in the hollow pattern compared to like the American cards. So you'll note there's like the Ripple hollow as well as like the Sparkle hollow. So it's kind of got like a 2-layer, yeah.
Nice. Look at that. That's what it was all for. Wow. And I can't read anything.
All right, now here's the fun game, Trav. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna cut the overhead cam. I'm gonna look up the value of that card, and I want you to try and guess how much you think that Fido card is worth.
Okay.
Right now, ungraded, as is. The set is called Stella Miracle and Night Wanderer. So this was from the Stella Miracle packs.
Okay. All right. I think that Japanese full art Fido, that EX whatever.
I think this is actually Doxbun is his name.
Oh, I like that, like Dachshund.
But with a bun at the end instead.
Dachshund. I like whatever. Okay, this dog, I think, is worth $7.59.
You said $7.59?
Yes.
Stop giving me ads. I need to see the card.
Don't get hit by a paywall.
I'm trying not to. Alright, I got the card list. We're going down. This is number 46, Doxbun EX. You are off. Unfortunately.
Wait, am I high or low?
You're high.
Okay, hold on. We'll give him one more bet.
Okay.
$3.78.
You are significantly closer, but you are still high.
Damn.
It is $1.63.
Shoot.
Which, I mean, like, when you look at Pokemon cards that are currently actively still, like, in print and in circulation, that's pretty average for, like, the lower tier hollows is, like, generally speaking around $1 to $2, depending on the Pokemon and the art.
I feel like the bar being $57, I was like, okay, cool. This is, like, a cheaper, still dollars, but...
The fall off is huge. So, like, the most valuable card in the set is, like, $50-some. And that's the Lacey card at 57. Then you have Terapagos EX at 49. And there's a big fall off down to 25 for the next card, most valuable card. And there's like 4 cards in the 20s, 4 cards in the teens, like 5 cards above $5.
What makes them more valuable? It's the rarity?
So it's a combination of things. So there's the rarity of the card. That's, I think, a huge part of it. There is also the art itself. Some people just like the art of certain things, and also like the crowd appeal of the Pokemon. So like the most recent Pokemon set that came out, I think it's called Stellar Crown or something like that. But it has like, it's a whole card set where like the big chase cards are all evolutions of Eevee, and people love Eevee and all the evolutions. So consequently, those boxes and card packs and all that are like insanely hard to find. Scalpers like fucking chase them down. Like they check places the second they restock and like buy them out. And so like those cards tend to be more valuable. They released a set recently, which is all like the Pokemon 151 set, which is all the original 151 Pokemon, where you'd probably recognize all of them. Those are super valuable because there's like a lot of nostalgic Pokemon and there's a lot of really cool arts there. But there's also just the competitive card game itself. So like some cards are just valuable because they're like really good in the competitive meta. So there was like a card me and Ray had that we like thought was a junk card basically. I don't remember what card it was off the top of my head. but it was like a trainer item, non-hollow, just like a standard card that looked almost like this, but in English. And this card ended up being worth like $7, just because it's like sought after for the competitive game for people for building their decks. So they want this card because it's good. It has like good effects or damage or whatever. And so like that drives the prices of some cards, is like what's actively active in the competitive meta. But they do cycle out cards in the competitive game too. So like after a certain point, a card becomes basically too old for the competitive game and they drop it off.
Okay.
And so there's like all sorts of different leagues and stuff for like the old cards, but generally speaking with the newer cards, your value is mostly dictated by how good is it in the competitive thing and how much do people like the art and how hard is it to find. When they get older, it's a lot more dependent on like the market saturation at that point, like, you know, how many are getting graded, how many have been around. That's why like the original Charizard from the very base set is worth like $1 million, because the ones that are in 10 out of 10 condition are so hard to find at this long from how long they've been out, that they're literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, I mean, one of them has sold for over $1 million, which is insane. It's the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold. But it's just nuts. I mean, Pokemon has like a huge rabbit hole with the card game.
You're on the wrong hobbies.
Yeah, this was fun.
I enjoyed.
We got one really good pull at the end there.
We'll do Yu-Gi-Oh in the future.
Maybe we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh in the future. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are also pretty hard to find these days. But we're definitely going to do some sports cards in the future with Trav. That way he knows more about the cards than I do, at least the people on them. But thank you, Trav, for being here today.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, CannaQuestt, for tuning in all the way to the very end. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. And check us out next week. Quest should be playing some games. I might be with him, actually. I don't even know what we're doing yet, but we'll find out when you find out.
I don't know. Quest is gaming.
I'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.